funnier than any comedian. I have a theory, right? That like comedians from Boston are funnier than anybody on earth. But like people, like my buddy Cushman is funnier than almost any comedian. And just like, and that shit is almost like, I think it's because we pushed the British back.
When you come back to Boston and play shows, have you ever run into anybody you've written a song about?
So this is a funny story. The other night, I wrote my first record. I went to high school in New Hampshire, and I was in love with this girl. I was in love with two different girls. It was very Dawson's Creek. They didn't give a shit. They wanted to be my best friend, and I was like, okay, you know. And then I was like, just like pined away for years. And there was this one girl, and the only way in my insecure self, the only way that I could like connect was I wrote a song about her that was slightly mean. It had a lyric in it that said, "You're no longer someone I'll remember, but someone I'll regret." And I played it in front of the whole school. This is the way that the insecure, like, you know, this is the way the insecure narcissist deals with shit. I'm not proud. Anyway, so she was a friend of mine, and she was awesome, and I was totally in love with her. I didn't apply to any real colleges except for colleges where she was. You know, anyway, long story.
That's not stalking.
I wrote a song about her, and it ended up on my first record, Please, which is a record that no one should hear. And I was when I was going to print the CD, I almost called the song her name. I don't know how technology was going to work later. I was never going to see her, and no one would ever hear it or see it. So it was like there is an actual artwork with her name as the title. Like her name, say her name's like Alice Rogers or whatever. It's like Alice Rogers song. So, and then I got a moment of clarity, and I was like, dude, I'm not going to name this song after her. That's a dick move. So I removed the title and just called it Continue Dreaming. And it came out, and nobody cared, but whatever. But I play it sometimes. And social media, as it is, I start to, you know, like, we follow each other. And then the other night, my buddy, her friend, who lives in Hingham, all of a sudden I'm in Minneapolis, and I get this text, and it's the two of them, like, on a couch in, like, 2022. And I haven't seen this girl since 1991. And they're like, hey, I'm here with, and I'm like, what? And then all of a sudden I get a FaceTime call. I picked that up real quick. So you're saying it was really weird and lonely on the road, and I was like, I want to see where this goes. So I clicked like, yes, 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 and there they were, like just this brand new, just like it was 1991 or 89, whatever, you know. And I was talking to them, and they were like, how are things? I'm like, good. It's like, my kid's going to UVM. I might come do a show in Vermont. I'm like, hurrah. Luckily, she didn't come to any of the shows, except the other woman did, right? Because she lived in Hingham. But this woman, but it was one of those things where, like, this woman who was like a sort of a major force in my young life, who I hadn't seen in a long time. She's one of the only ones that, like, I just sort of fell to the myth, you know, the myth of time or whatever. And there she was, like this. And then I had a time where I bumped into somebody on a plane who I hate. I had a feeling like, because I'm from Boston, my initial reaction is to move into trouble. So if something's going wrong, I'm like, what's up? If somebody goes, you have a problem? I go, I might. That's just like how stupid we all are. Like, oh God, have you ever just gotten out and opened a car door or somebody else's car? Yeah, you have, because you're from Boston. What are you honking at? You know, I'm the guy. Like, at a certain point, it's going to get like, what were his last words? I love my wife, I love my daughter. No. Oh, look, you got a fucking gun. That was his last word, sorry. But anyway, so I was on a plane, and this somebody that I know was walking down the aisle, and I was like, oh my God, hey! And then she had this look on her face like this, and then moved, and then the person I don't like was behind her. She it was like in Stranger Things, you know, where just like Vecna just shows up. And I remember, instead of wanting to move forward onto it, I've never had this feeling before in my life, I recoiled and tried to like climb into myself. So anyway, that's a 2 answer place. Oh my God, these are good. This feels like Oprah. We do have more songs to get to, but when we have limited time, but I can't let you down. I don't want to. Yeah, you're pointing to that person. Yes, hi. Andrew, how are you?
Hey,
good.
So that kind of leads to what I was going to ask about coming back to Boston and New England. Is there something that you've been able to do in the last few days that you always or miss being on the West Coast, or eat or drink or anything that?
My buddy brought me a lobster roll last night that was killer.
Yankee River?
But what?
Yankee River?
Did you just yell out Nathanson in Massachusetts Chinese weekend? As a half Jewish person, I frequented that place on Christmas Eve because my dad was going to take us out and we go eat at Pagan Garden and get some burger. So no, I didn't go. But the problem that happens on tour that I find is I have these great intentions, and then on tour it's just like survival. Especially this tour has been brutal. We lost a bus, we lost some crew members, we have gotten sick, we lost our voices, and so, and we toured like in a van, it's been pretty crazy, and so we're just finally getting our legs back. So in theory, I did do like a big walk from the hotel to Newbury Street back, and that was great to walk up Newbury Street and kind of, it's different, but it was fun, but yeah, I always have big intentions when I travel, but usually I get back to where I want to get back to when I come back to visit. So I'll come back with my kid and my wife and go to New Hampshire and go see people or go see folks in Lexington and go see my dad. So yeah, but this trip has been kind of like focusing on like, how do I finish these songs that I have to play for folks and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So this is kind of about Aaron, but I've been listening to the Live at the Paradise, but like the recordings from other shows. The Brexit opera, did you guys practice that, or is that something you just...
So on the live record, there's Live from Paradise, because we did, and we released this like 60-song live record. And one of the songs was the Brexit opera. And Aaron, I think, would like work on it a little bit. He would sort of do songs about Brexit. And it was hilarious. It started very improv. And then I think he maybe put a little bit of thought into it. But it was pretty...
Well, that was the thing. It was just so funny and like so spot on. I was like, wow, that's awesome.
He'd sing about like the devalued euro. Theresa May. It was incredible. I'm like, I don't even know who that is. I'm sitting there like, that sounds really crazy. And he's like, I think it was mostly improv.
Okay, yeah, no, that was cool.
All right, this is another one. This one's from the list of, I guess, I need a larger table.
We can't help.
Someone go up there and hold the